Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR today, Tuesday morning. It's October 14th, 2021. Did I say October? It's September. Boy, I'm thinking recovery time already. No, it's September 14th, 2021. The man they call Meathead, Linda K. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning, Meathead. Yeah, it's kind of feeling like autumn, at least in
Yeah.
Wisconsin. So I can see how you got
blown in. Yeah.
Some leaves maybe falling today. I was out on the golf course and I did notice some leaves falling. I was like, oh no, not yet. Give us
and that
as
sucks
much
on
summer
a golf
as possible.
Course. You ever lose your golf ball underneath a pile of leaves?
No, I'm usually handing out libations on the golf course.
Gotcha. Well, being a person that barely gets it in the fairway and always has it in the rough over by the trees, I do not like when the leaves are falling.
Yeah, but we still have that little bit of summer. I'm hanging on, Meathead, hanging on.
All right. If you were hanging on wearing the latest and greatest in wrestling fashion, what would it be called?
It would be a collar and elbow. Always check out the latest and greatest in wrestling street fashions. Make sure to go to collarandelbowbrand.com and to save yourself a little money, use promo code LindaK. That's LINDAKAY to save yourself 10% off.
Hey, we've got another talent whose contract might be expiring very soon, but this one is from the NXT brand. Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, the leader of the Way. Is the Way about to find its way to the recycling bin?
I hope not.
I hope not either.
Yeah.
Johnny I think there's Gargano. A lot of story to tell now with the recently married Index.
Oh, yeah. I'm anticipating what we'll get later tonight in NXT, but Gargano himself, obviously a great wrestler and just great overall character. I mean, just so many different ways, whether he's a face or a heel or just everything with Candace. And
I don't want to step on your line, but that was very funny. Keep going.
Yes. So like you just said, I think there could be so much more to be told and just to unveil.
And again, Johnny I said wrestling. Recently married. Duh, that's happening tonight, not last week. Last week was the Bachelor and Bachelorette parties. Yes. They're getting married tonight on NXT. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say with this contract expiring, I hope WWE can work out something with him because sure, you can keep him at NXT because he's very entertaining and one of the top stars on NXT, or I think he's even ready to be called up to the main roster. And I know we'll get to it. Well, yes. Okay. We'll get into it. Well, okay, we'll get into it.
Well, that's a perfect segue because I wanted to head to that right now. Let's talk about it. Officially announced, the WWE draft is coming the first weekend of October. It starts on Friday on Fox, and then it finishes over the weekend. It starts Friday, October 1st, and then it finishes up on Monday, October 4th on Raw. We'll get to what happened on Raw last night, but with the draft coming, with Samoa Joe dropping his belt over the internet this weekend, not even on TV tonight. What's going to happen with the draft? Are talents going to be called up? Talents sent down? What's going to happen?
I didn't even really think about talents being sent down. I guess we shouldn't say down, just sent.
Well, we don't know what's going to happen with NXT 2.0. We really don't know.
Yeah. Other than remember the color scheme and the music, we know that's version 2. No.
Well. NXT 2.0 is going to be starting tonight, and we'll talk about it in just a little bit. But Johnny Gargano contract expiring, and again, lots of big things happening on NXT. And then the draft, October 1st on that Friday, and then completing itself. The draft so far, since Fox has been involved, has involved just Fox and USA competed against each other. That's been the story we've been told. But NXT has just been kind of on the side. NXT belongs to USA. And, really, NXT 2.0, that part I don't understand because wouldn't this be 3.0 if NXT 1.0 was the internet-only show and 2.0 was the debut on USA? Wouldn't this be 3.0? I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess as a whole, we're changing up the logo. And I mean, it was changed somewhat recently, I feel too, where it was more of like the skull and
right.
I think NXT
Matter of
was
fact,
more
they changed all the
edgier.
belts at one point too after
Yeah.
Paige and they found out Xavier Woods were doing filthy things on top of the belts.
Yes. So yeah, it could be version 3. Maybe it's an homage to Matt Hardy. I don't know.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Raw. So, Linda Kay, last week, Bobby Lashley and MVP won a tag team turmoil to become the #1 contenders and take on RK Bro. Well, over the weekend, there was whispers, and it was confirmed last night, that tag team title match was not going to happen, at least on Monday Night Raw. That heavyweight championship match for the Universal Championship, the WWE Championship, which was supposed to happen at Extreme Rules, it's happening tonight. That's what they said. So, Randy Orton, to MVP's chagrins, who he said politics, Randy Orton got that title match happening live on Raw. You know who else showed up was Big E with a briefcase. Big E sniffing around. There might be a chance. So what we got was Randy Orton and Bobby Lashley were going to be the main event, and it was going to be for the WWE Championship. When you first heard this and you saw Big E was in the house on Raw, what were your thoughts?
I was excited, but to be honest, I thought this would have been something that would have been extended, maybe for a couple weeks leading up to Extreme Rules. I was not sure at that point if a cash-in would take place. I, at that point, was just thinking, as you said, quote, Biggie sniffing around and just feeling it out, if you will.
Yeah.
If he would be cashing it in on, the WWE title at Raw versus going after Roman Reigns or whoever the champ would be on SmackDown. So I thought it was just a little tease. Yeah.
Yeah. Orphan Balor, the demon. So
yeah.
Speaking of sniffing around, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, I'm still not letting that one go. But there's been some issues between the two of them, and now Shayna Baszler going to go head-to-head with Charlotte Flair. The winner is Charlotte Flair, but after the match is over, here comes Alexa Bliss. She's got a gift. It's for Charlotte Flair. I love Charlie. Charlie gets a chant, except Charlie gets chucked at Alexa, and they brawl.
Chucked right into Alexa's face.
Yes, that was a great shot.
Yeah, but that just brought more fuel to the fire. Alexa Bliss was on fire. Well, not like Fiend fire.
Or Metallica, give me fuel, give me fire.
Give me that which I desire, yes. But I liked the confrontation and the was it the Canadian Destroyer, excuse me, that she did on Charlotte. That was really cool to see. It's nice to have this edge back with Alexa Bliss.
Yep.
Even though Lily was there, we saw a different, less playful side. And, gets me a little bit more into their match coming up at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Drew McIntyre made his way out to the ring and was attacked by all three members of a group that's not really named. Jinder Mahal, Veer, and Shanky. The music was interrupted, and here comes the Viking Raiders to make the save. It's Eric and Ivar. And here's the funny part. While this was a 6-man tag, Drew McIntyre won the whole damn thing.
Well, I mean, he is, all the stars of that match, the leader, and I just want to see where else they could take this, because they could still have something good with Drew and Jinder. I think they still can. I know we recently had their match together, but I still feel there could be something there. I feel that they could make something bigger with Jinder and Veer and Shanky, maybe make them a little more dangerous, a little more reckless, more of a powerhouse threat, instead of more, still seems too playful for me with Drew and his interaction with everybody. But I mean, great, he got the win, or they got the win, excuse me, but I want to see something more out of this. Like, what's next for Drew McIntyre? Still a top star on Raw.
But we need something bigger.
Mm-hmm. And you and I have discussed it. We want that Scottish psychopath back. I mean, I think a lot of people do, but I think at this point, I think they're going to keep him where he's at. But I want more of that. I'm going to say it again, more of that edge to him. He doesn't have to be full on heel.
He doesn't have to be full on Adam Copeland, but he needs a little edge.
Yes.
Okay. I got jokes this morning. The Open Challenge for the United States title, it was going to be Damian Priest taking on Jeff Hardy. I love the line that Damian Priest delivered. You know you've made it when your heroes become your adversaries. Very cool line.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, in between the announcement of that and the match itself, we went 24/7 with champion Reggie just running around backstage. Drake Maverick talks. He goes, "Great plan, terrible execution." Is Drake Maverick going to be the commissioner, the general manager of the 24/7 division? That was my thought.
Did they really need a commish for?
No, absolutely not.
I think this is just his way of, I don't want to say sliming back in, because I'm not sure what his full intentions are, but a way for him to really survey the new 24/7 landscape to find his way back in and retain that championship once again.
Damian Priest wins over Jeff Hardy. Excuse me. Sheamus ran the ring and tried to take out Priest as the fans booed him, but Priest and Priest and Sheamus are going to have their match in Extreme Rules. I don't think a stipulation's been named yet, but I can't wait to see these guys kind of go a little bit stiffer in their match.
Absolutely. Sheamus still has the protective mask. I mean,
yeah. Do you think it's like Bob Orton's cast? Because it's been a bit.
Perhaps. I mean, they always show how hard the actual mask is every time they punch at it. So
yeah.
I think it'll somehow come into play. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley backstage. Nikki is still that. She's the Riddle to Rhea's Orton. Am I wrong when I say this?
I can see that comparison, kind of like the Mansoor to Mustafa Ali.
Right. Yeah, we've got a bunch of these pairings going around. How about Chad Gable and Otis?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, boss? What are you gonna do, boss? It's a bunch of it. We've got like 3 or 4 pairings like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think the one with Nikki and Rhea is kind of put together last minute, kind of rushed. I mean, obviously they got their title shot just pairing up together last week. I mean, they're making it work. I think, they have a lot of in-ring chemistry as a tag team, but I don't know. I think that they're better off on their own doing their single stuff.
Yeah.
Or perhaps
well, it's not like there's a women's tag team division because the champs lose every week. They lose in singles matches. They lose in tag matches.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And because Raw is 3 hours long and they don't have enough talent, they took what was a singles match and stretched it out to 2 singles matches. So Tamina took on Nikki. Natalya took on Rhea. Both matches back to back. Well, you got to stretch that segment out. Nikki gets the win. Rhea gets the win. The women's tag team champions don't win singles and they don't win tag matches.
As long as they win it when the matches count, I guess that's what's important.
But didn't we just do that though with Nia and Shayna?
Yeah. Well.
Sorry if you sound defensive. I didn't mean to.
No, I was just thinking. Yeah. Well.
Not a fan of that booking, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I hope there's some movement with women's tag team division. I mean,
there's better written scripts on heels. How about that? Because that's what they keep saying over and over. It's something that bugs me. I write the stories. I write the scripts. Okay. Yeah. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Mansoor, I practiced. Mustafa Ali, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods took on AJ Styles, Omos, Mason T-Bar, the star of this match. Once again, the personal colossus of AJ Styles, Omos, and he got the big time win on Mustafa Ali. Just literally grabbed him, threw him down, and put his hand on his chest.
Yeah, I will say that the star of this match to me, though, was Mansoor doing a kind of Alex Wright kind of dance.
Das Wunderkind.
On the ramp. I liked that. He popped for that. And but
this Alex Wright.
Yeah. Him and Disco Inferno doing their thing. That was Sorry. I digress. Once again, I will say, seeing Omos just being booked, just being like looking stronger and stronger. It took all 4 of the other tag team. We had Kofi, we had Xavier, and Mansoor all gang up on him, and then
Right.
poor Mustafa Ali. I think that, I mean, ever since he's been paired up with Mansoor, he's always taken the
He's the
brunt
bum
of.
machine is what he is.
Yeah. So once again, so yeah, you know, Omos still looking strong and dominant as he should. Overall, I enjoyed that match, but
You
yeah,
know, Omos is so tall. You know who could have been his opponent? I have a story about Kofi Kingston. I don't know if you read about this over the weekend. The Outsiders throwbacks that Kofi and Xavier are wearing, right? With the NDR, New Day Rocks gear. Kofi literally had some leg stilts that were going to be made to wear inside of his pants. And he's going to be the biggest big sexy you'd ever seen. He said he was trying them, and he damn near tore up every one of his knee ligaments. He said, these are done, went right back in a box, and that was the end of it. But he can talk about it now because he's never going to do it. But he said he was going to wear like the biggest, longest pants he'd ever seen. He could have been taller than Omos.
Yes. And if someone's going to pull off that segment, it would be the New Day. But yeah, let's not have him injure himself due to.
No, he tried it. He goes, he damn near hurt himself on every move. He goes, yeah, I'm done. Okay, that's enough. All right, Mountain Dew Drop took on Eva Marie. I don't know why I just said that, but it was kind of funny to me. Dewdrop and Eva Marie. Eva Marie did not win this, but she still technically was featured. Here's how I feel that this went. If you look at the entrance, Eva Marie still gets the 4K entrance, and Dewdrop is just, kind of there.
Yeah. I don't know how much more you can stretch this out between the two of them.
Right. We've gone about a month now, right?
You mean until Extreme Rules, or?
No, we've gone a month with them feuding with each other.
Oh.
That's even before they were working together.
Right. Well, but it's been maybe like 2 weeks now, or Dewdrop's got her own entrance, or Glitter Fingers, or is that supposed to be like, Dewdropping?
I guess. I mean, literally, I'm ready for them to move on.
Yeah, I literally was just doing that with my fingers, trying to figure out what I was trying to say. Anywho, yeah, there's got to be some payoff for this. That's finally have some match. I feel like eventually, if they're gonna invest all this time and money in bringing back Eva Marie and her big return, let's get Eva Marie to get the pin on Dewdrop, and in a big way, in a strong way. She still hasn't really shown her in-ring ability, which was a big, sting.
That was the selling point that we were told about. And let's talk this out from the backstage side, right? Which one is the wrestling professional? I mean, we don't know much of the history before she got to Raw, but Dewdrop / Piper Piven was a professional wrestler. Now, granted, Eva Marie's been around in a company longer, but Eva Marie has never been considered a professional wrestler. She didn't really wrestle. So is Dewdrop there to help her work and get in better matches and, better presence and whatever? Who knows what's going on with this?
That's a good point.
There was a backstage promo that was pre-recorded earlier in the day with Karrion Kross. You know what? I didn't hate it. I actually enjoyed it. Now, when they went to the flashes of his victims, the ones that he destroyed, they started off with Keith Lee and Jeff Hardy. I'm like, didn't you guys forget that those guys also beat him? I'm just wondering. But after that, there was Ricochet, beat him. Johnny Drip Drip, beat him. Mansoor, beat him. Humberto Carrillo, beat him. So this is the way to build. Keep doing this. Let him come out and just blow through somebody else. Throw in a semi-legitimate guy in there. I thought that's what Johnny Drip Drip John Morrison was. Ooh, and he destroyed him too. Oh, okay. But, Keith Lee will be dominant. He's just not around. He's nowhere to be found. Jeff Hardy, not as dominant as he used to be. And then you got your other guys. So maybe let Karrion Kross blow out the entire 24/7 division one day. I don't know.
And then that's
draft something WWE would
do. The draft coming up.
Yep.
Ooh, maybe No, I would say like that. What if he ends up going to SmackDown? But we're getting this build on Raw, so I don't think that'll happen.
But then again, all the rosters mix up. So what if he stays on Raw and the SmackDown people he would feud with end up on Raw?
There you go.
Okay. All right, WWE title match. Here it is. Randy Orton is going to take on Bobby Lashley. And Big E is in the house. He's around. We know he's in the building. Big time introductions. Big time match. Really, at the end, Randy Orton gets beat up. Lashley gets a hurt knee. And after the hurt knee, after MVP goes down, here comes Big E music. The house explodes. Oh my gosh. Here it is. This might be it. I'll be completely honest with you, Linda. When I saw the announcement of the draft coming up, I'm like, it's happening. They're going to take the belt off Bobby and going to put it on Big E. This is the perfect place. Let's do it now. So it happened. Now, they teased us a little bit and kept us on the edge of our seats by saying, you know what? This match is going to happen right after this commercial break. Not bad. You know what? You hooked me. And it was the most important spot of the night. It was at 57 after. So I'm like, oh, man, WWE doesn't run over anymore. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And then they came back about 2 minutes later. Your winner, new WWE champion, Big E.
And new WWE champion, Big E. Yes, I was so excited. And I even kind of filled you in beforehand about how I had the match on before Big E came into Cash It In. And it didn't even, my mind was elsewhere with work or whatnot that I was watching.
Wait, you were like the Ghetto Boys? Your mind was playing tricks on you?
Tricks on me, yes.
Nice. You like that pull, huh?
Mm-hmm. And it didn't even dawn on me till, when they were talking about how Bobby may have took his own knee out.
Right.
When, he put the spine buster and Orton on the table or on the announce table. So I didn't even think much about it until I heard Big E's music pop as well. I too, just as with the crowd, popped. And I'm like, holy crap.
Yep.
This
Get
is
in front of that TV real quick.
Yes. And, I'm a big fan of the New Day, Big E. And I was so happy to see. I knew that the way it was set up. I was thinking about the timing, like you mentioned, and I was like, he's there. He's on Raw. This is going to happen. And it's been a while since we've seen the Cash In on Raw. Well, besides Nikki, but for the men's at least. And I'm so happy that it happened. It just made sense. And you're new WWE champion, Big E.
Wait, you know what? I'm not trying to contradict. I think Miz did his Cash In on Raw too, didn't he? Or was Miz's Cash In on pay-per-view? I think Mrs. Cash In was pay-per-view.
And then Bobby got it the next night.
That's right. You're right. Okay.
No. But I just happy about Big E. I haven't even had a chance to really think about what's next for Bobby Lashley. Besides the possible tag team matchup, he might still be a champion. Who knows? Right now, celebrating Big E within the New Day, giving them another championship title. Very excited, very happy.
And here's how it affects the PWR draft. It doesn't. Because no one has Big E. Now, Matthew Thomas had Bobby Lashley and still has Bobby Lashley. The good news for Matthew Thomas, no points lost.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing, too. Big E had the Money in the Bank briefcase. There wouldn't have been any cash-in points because it was on a regular TV show, but there's appearances in title matches now coming up. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Yes, we've got a couple weeks still to shake things up in fantasy draft.
There we go. All right. Lots of big news, especially tonight. Again, NXT 2.0, the main event, Tommaso Ciampa, Kyle O'Reilly, Pete Dunne, and L.A. Knight. Yeah, dummy. Pick one. Go.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly is the new NXT champion for 2.0?
I think so. He's had many close calls with the matches being tremendous for the title shot. So I'm going to go with
that series with Adam Cole. He had the series of matches with Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think Goldie's coming home to Milwaukee's own Tommaso Ciampa?
That would be great as well. I mean,
okay. Here it is. We just ran down Matthew and said Bobby Lashley lost the belt. Well, you know how it works. You lose a belt, possibly you gain a belt. I am predicting that L.A. Knight, is the new NXT champion.
Really?
He won't get any points for it, but he'll have another belt.
Oh, okay. Okay, this is great. We got to find out what the Mott's thinks as well before tonight. See if he perhaps has his money on someone else. Makes a little bit more, makes it more fun for us here at PWR today.
Breaking news. This just flashed in front of me, Linda. In a short video, William Regal has revealed that the match between Pete Dunne, Kyle O'Reilly, Tommaso Ciampa, and LA Knight will now determine a new NXT champion.
Well, that makes sense since Samoa Joe had to give up the title over the weekend. Yeah.
And one other noteworthy piece of news, apparently Seth Rollins scheduled to show up on the Broken Skull sessions.
Seth Rollins, okay, real quick here. Matthew Thomas last night did send you and I a screenshot of a tweet by CM Punk showing a screenshot of the Packers post-game conference of Aaron Rodgers and CM Punk saying, quote, "Please stop sending me this shit." So I'm assuming it's because of that resemblance. But if you haven't done it yet, you want to go to CM Punk's Twitter page and click on that tweet. You can't really comment. He has it set up where you can't comment on it. But if you just click on it and just read the comments off the meme he created on his own, I mean, they are hilarious. But I mentioned Seth Rollins because while it's, he has resemblance to CM Punk, kind of resemblance to Seth Rollins too, if you think about it. You just got to look at it.
Yeah. Well, Aaron Rodgers with the new slicked back hair, 38-3 loss look that he's got going on. There is one other stat going around, Linda. The last team to get beat by the Saints 38-3 won the Super Bowl last year. So I'm just saying.
Ooh, that's a tremendous stat. Thank you.
The Saints beat the Bucks last year 38-3.
That's a tremendous point. How about that?
All right.
That just brightened up my morning.
And then once we start the season this Sunday, everything will be good.
Mm-hmm.
Living in delusion here. All right. For Linda Kay, the man they call Meathead, we're going to find out what the Mott's has, the Matthew of the street, on the street, about LA Knight and his chances of becoming the new NXT champion and him losing Bobby Lashley's WWE championship. All that and more tomorrow morning. For Linda Kay, I'm the man they call Meathead. Thanks for stopping by. So long, everyone.